Wise leaders look for people who don't just talk, but they also apply or implement what they've been talking about. In the last weeks, we've been talking about topics along the line of choosing leaders. And it's important that in our teams we have people that are the right ones for the tasks. The people are so important. How strong is your team? It's as strong as the people that are within your team. And in our team, we need those that are the implementers that carry out the tasks as well as the thinkers. Sometimes I've been in teams where we have a lot of thinkers, and it's so difficult because nothing is being put into action. We've all been talking and discussing, and we all go home, but we've done nothing about it. But if we have teams where we have just the ones that want to apply or get into action and we have no thinkers, then we have no new ideas. And so that's why it's so important that we have both. And if I were to choose, I would say I would rather have more implementers than just thinkers. Wise leaders look for those that don't just talk but are also able to apply and implement. Let's look at 1 Chronicles 11 verse 6. It says, David said to his men, whoever attacks the Jebusites first shall become my commander. And so Joab, the son of Zeruiah, attacked first and thus became the commander of the army. And here David asked, who will do this? Who will have the courage? Who will take the lead? And who will start this attack? And that is the one that I want to appoint. And I find this really good when we have people in our teams with their intensity, with just their radicalness, and concerning their initiative, where they take things and apply them. And we need that. We need that. We need people in our teams that already do it, not just people that say they will do it. Many years ago, I was asked to ordain an elder, and before I did that, I asked, what does this person do in your church? And the answer was, well, he's really a very loving person. And 2 years ago, he started a home group. And I asked, and now? Yeah, well, it wasn't too good. Some people moved away and some didn't want to be part of it. And so I asked, and what does he do now? Well, he started a counseling group. And so I asked, how's that going? Well, it didn't really go too well, but he's really a loving person. And so at the end I said, I think that you have the wrong person, or else it's the wrong timing for this person. You need someone who is a doer, who's taking the initiative, that is doing something, who has a life pattern of also applying what he's spoken about, that he takes things and they function and they work. I think it's also very important for us to see that within our teams and amongst the potential folk, there are people with different capacities. There are those that have capacities to lead 10, 100, thousands. And in the Old Testament, we see the various stories where we see those leaders that had different people that they led, and the number of people they led. And that tells me that there are certain people that are gifted for a certain number of people. And I think it's important to find a place for each person and not to compare them amongst each other. So we see they may be captains of 10 or 15s, and we mustn't just look for people that could lead thousands. And within our team, we have people that are gifted differently. We have some that could be captains of thousands, but we have some that are captains of hundreds or 50s. And those are also very important people for us, and it's important for me to see that this is important. I shouldn't look at everybody and say you should all have the same gifting. You should all be able to clear the same hurdle. And it's important that you and I build our teams with these different giftings. And as we become more experienced, we seem to raise the bar more and more and more. And when we say we need gifted people, we move the bar again. And so with every potential leader, we find a problem until we say we actually have nobody we can appoint. But for every church and for every leadership group, this isn't the truth. We need the courage to open up and to look for different capacities and giftings. So to close with this topic. So first of all, an application. Analyze your team and identify the thinkers and the doers. If the majority are thinkers, make it a major task to bring implementers into your team, doers into your team. Secondly, are the requirements for your members of your team exactly the same as they've always been, or have you raised the bar more and more with your own development so that nobody qualifies anymore? It's a question that you need to consider. I can't answer this for you, but it's a very important question that you can answer. Otherwise, you will never be able to raise people up with experience.